Don't mean NSG when I say Luke Shaw didn't have no options. Don't get me mistaken, cause Ralph Ragnick's gotta encounter problems, but we got 99 problems and no solutions. Wolves midfield were cruising. Team ego took a bruising, cause Phil Jones showed man how to do things. Don't mean NSG when I say Luke Shaw didn't have no options. Don't get me mistaken, cause Ralph Ragnick's gotta encounter problems, but we got 99 problems and no solutions. Wolves midfield were cruising. Team ego took a bruising, cause Phil Jones showed man how to...
Yo, this is the OT99 Banter room where opinions are shared and smoke gets served. Look, we're back again with another show. It's your boy Ferns and I'm joined today by NK and Edwin. And we are going to talk about the game that we just saw. Manchester United at home. Manchester United dropped 3 points in my opinion. A game that we should have been at least picking up 3 points to a team that can't attack. As you can see, Man United is a team where we conceded a goal against a team that can't attack. Manchester United, 9 attempts on goal. Wolves, 19 attempts on goal. Manchester United, is it six on target? No, 2 on target. Wolves, 6 on target. Look, this is a team that don't attack. This is a team that don't score goals. Moutinho got his first goal this season. And who against? Manchester United. Look, this is I'm tired of this stuff where teams that are in a rut come to Manchester United and just perform. They have the game of their lives. Players have the best time of their lives. Teams that you don't expect to be winning. For me, I'm just gonna open the floor up to you, man. Yeah. For me, it's just like I see it as Manchester United still being in this rut. We don't seem to be able to get out of it. You saw Tottenham in a mad rut. They look like trash. All of a sudden, Conte comes. Few games, flips the script. Man United's been through 4 managers now. It's our 4th manager now. Moyes, LVG, Mourinho, now Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, now Ralph Ragnick. Why is it Giggs in his very short interim Carrick, even if you want to count him? Why is it that Manchester United's fortunes are not changing? I just really don't understand what we're witnessing here. Why can't we get out of this rut? Why are we seeing everyone around us progressing, moving on, doing well, and we can't? The floor's open.
I would say that with Man United, right, I feel like all the managers that have come in, right, recently, none of them are brave enough to make the tough decisions on certain players. I think that's the problem. And look, NK said it last. I laughed last thing, but it's true. You remember he said back Tommy, we won't see him again until next year. The guy was you know what I mean? He didn't have a good game. He's giving the ball away, giving away silly fouls. You know what I mean? How is it that a defender that hasn't played for us for 2 years was one of the best players on the pitch, and we've got Maguire, who's a captain, that plays terrible week in, week out?
Bro, you just said it, man. You just said it, man.
On paper, let's be honest, yeah? Phil Jones, although he's not played, Phil Jones is better than Maguire. There's no, you know what I mean? I just feel you know what? It was just a poor performance. It was just a poor performance. The only remember I said to you before, the only consistent player in our whole team is the goalkeeper. The rest of them really don't look like they want they're either complaining, and it just doesn't make sense. Even what Ragnick done today, our most attacking and positive player was Greenwood,
and you took him off.
Sancho struggled a bit. If someone was gonna go off, it would either be Sancho or even Cavani. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Cavani was never in that game from minute 1 to 90th minute. It was never in that game. His
final pass was bad. His decision making was bad. He was just off it today. And Sancho was trying, but it wasn't good enough. I don't know. Greenwood should have stayed on. Even Bruno should have scored. But look, overall, it wasn't a good performance. And the problem with Man United is teams come and play Man United, and they figure out their issues at Man United. Look at Newcastle. They came and they played. Look how they played against us. And they've had a poor season. Look at Wolves. They haven't been scoring. But
we're the bounce back team. We're the bounce back team.
We've wasted 2 games we had in hand as well, potentially. Because of the breaks. So
look, NK, Manchester United. Yeah, we've got arguably 2 of the. I know they're aging, but we've got 2 of the most dangerous strikers in certainly our sort of lifetime that we've seen. We can acknowledge their football, being Cavani and Ronaldo. Yeah, and I know that Wolves has clean sheet, and their defense this season's looked immaculate. You know, they were second before today. I think they're still second in terms of the defensive record. But we brought in Ronaldo, we brought in Cavani. 4 games like this, 2 pros, professionals, like quality strikers, but yet, I know there's performances all over the pitch, don't get me wrong, we're going to get into that, but attack-wise, that's probably what's supposed to be on paper our strongest asset, right? Why can't we put a ball in the net?
First of all, before I touch on that, you know, the beginning of your statement, it just shows you the kind of like impatient as a Manchester United fan. You started the statement by saying, what they call it, we let Wolves beat us, at Old Trafford, a team that can score goals and everything. You watch football and then you watch against Liverpool. They nearly had Liverpool. Liverpool needed a late goal to win. City, same thing too. So these are not like, Wolves are not just any dead team. They're not a Newcastle or Burnley, but Wolves are actually a good team. What has been letting them down this season is their lack of goals. And today too, their lack of goals literally let them down again too. They are literally a good team. And you know, with every single new manager that kind of like come inside, it always takes some time. Some teams, example, you use what you call it, Tottenham as an example, for example, as like, oh yeah, they came in and they take and stuff like that. But even I watched Tottenham last 2 games against Southampton and against Watford. And to be honest with you, they were very lucky to get, 4 points out of those 2 games. Their last game, they won it by literally a set-piece goal in the last minute. In the last minute. So before you sit here and just talk about, oh yeah, United, you need to just look at the whole thing in context. You know, in context before you do that.
I thought you was going to say Conte, Bob.
This guy has been at United for, I think, 6 weeks. After the 6 weeks that he's been there, 3 weeks of those has been, the training pitch has been closed down. So he hasn't had the time to just do that too. And then on top of that, you need to look at the players, which is going to go on to answer my question about we got the best attacking players.
On paper.
But
form-wise, no.
But then, you know, every single game, in order to win it, you can have the best team, the best strikers in the world. Man United could have a Haaland, a Messi, and Mbappe in this team. If you don't have midfielders to actually win a midfield battle and supply the people attack here, they are literally going to be chasing shadows the whole game. Because you need to win. Midfielders are very key in everything. They protect defense and they start attack. So if you don't have a midfield, you can never play a game of football. United have not dominated a midfield battle in God knows how long because we don't have a midfield. The midfield just does not exist. You look at that. When we had the ball today, it's still lack of ideas. You talk about, on paper we got too good and stuff like that. United we got players that play 1 good game in 5. That's what you have. Last week you talk about, Luke Shaw and Aaron Bissaka, should they stay in the team? And I told you no, because with this month, you keep on playing them week in, week out, you get average performance too. Today, you saw the average performance. It was average.
So when Luke Shaw after the game was saying how he didn't see any options that, we're playing like, individuals, there's no cohesiveness. He didn't see any options when he was on the ball. Who do you think he's referring to as a fullback? Do you think he's talking about Scott McTominay or Fred? I mean, it's not Fred because he went in the game. You think he's talking about Scott McTominay or whatever, or Matic? Or do you think he's talking about some of the more advanced players like Sancho? Do you know what I mean? Ronaldo,
He's not really blaming the thing, but as a player, that's his frustration. As the backline, it has been their frustration throughout the whole thing. And maybe in a way he's trying to point a thing, but in a way, if you look at it, he's literally just trying to tell them, especially the midfielders, that they're not good enough. Without having to say it, it has been the story of United for the past 3-4 seasons. And then you must get money, and then we went there and we went go throw it at guys like Sancho, and then you get your Ronaldo inside. That don't work. When you get a ball.
Do you know what I think? I think here, our forwards don't trust the midfield enough, in a sense where When Bruno's on the ball, guys will be on their bike. Or forwards will be on their bike. Scott McTominay will be on the ball. Or Fred will be on the ball. Everyone's waiting for the ball to feet. They don't trust that they're going to play, because you can't anyway. They don't trust that they're going to play that type of ball that can split up play. Like,
Yes,
nobody's
it's not.
Ronaldo is.
It's not even about trust. It's not even about trust. It's about knowing it week in, week out. It's something they do, buff.
Yeah.
It's something they do. Look, anytime, and I don't understand it. The thing is, it's not. Anytime we get the ball, the attackers take attacking positions, either out wide or forward or whatever it is. And for some reason, they are expecting someone to find it. McTominay cannot pass a ball through nothing. When he sees the block line, what he does is literally go onto a different side, because he knows he ain't never going to put a ball through any organized defense ever in the Premiership. He's not going to do that, you know. And then so you take him out of the equation. Matic does it better because he just don't have the leg. He just so close to the defense that he ain't doing that no more. Then you come to what do you call it, Luke Shaw, and what do you call it, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Aaron Wan-Bissaka on the ball is just literally useless on the ball. I've said it here thousands of times. Luke Shaw is the only one who can do that. But then when he get a ball, you get.
Wan-Bissaka had a better game today. Let's not be on. Yeah, his crossing wasn't that great, but he had a better performance today.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka did not have you said better game, and I said that was a very poor game for a fullback, because his position is very poor. His position is very poor when he go forward too. And I'm telling you, sometimes it's about how you open players up off the ball. When you get a ball as a fullback, know how to choose your run. You either go and try to do a run to take people out, or stay in a position that allow the person on the ball to get space. He does not do none of that.
I noticed in this game.
He doesn't do none of that. And then his crossing today too was pathetic. His crossing, who did he even find once in there? Pathetic. And you telling me that he had a good game?
He had a better
game.
He had a better game than he did against Newcastle.
What? Because you are promoting averageness. That's you promoting averageness.
Previous game, but I'll tell you this. With Manchester United, we can't string 3 passes together, 4 passes together without losing the ball. We've got these guys in a 4-2-2, right? Then we've changed formation so many times during the game. It's hard to keep up. We played 3 at the back, 4-2-2, 4-4-2, whatever it is. It's so fluid. It's hard to even keep up. But when we're playing a formation which is narrow anyway, your fullbacks must be being told bomb forward. It's a very difficult job because they're the ones that are having to use so much energy bombing forward and bombing back continuously. Manchester United, are getting caught where they're being in positions where the fullbacks are usually out of position. Why? Because by the time we're trying to build up an attacking style, a back attacking play, it breaks down. These guys have already bombed up to support the attacking play. We're losing the ball just like that, unforced error. Man, how many times have you caught them man out of position? Them man have to bomb back. It's making us look bad. It's making our fullbacks look bad because we do not complete our attacks. You see Man City, Liverpool, they complete their attacks. They complete their attacks where they've had a shot on goal or they've had a shot that's off target or whatever. It allows your fullbacks and everyone else to get back into position. We'll be bombing forward mid-play, we get intercepted, lose the ball, fake, poor pass. Next minute now, we're having to track back before the attack team is starting.
Friends, once again, you're talking about previous game. In this game, for example,
this game, bro, it happened.
No, I'm talking about
McTominay losing the ball.
This game,
Sancho losing the ball.
Wolves hardly hit us on a counter. Today, in terms of the counter, Phil Jones and Varane literally had them very good in terms of the counter. What they done is they are players. You go watch the game. Ruben Neves will give a simple pass. Ruben Neves will give a simple pass and literally run and create a space to receive it. And that's what he will do. And then you will have McTominay there pointing to where he thinks the ball is supposed to go. Yeah. Not make himself available to say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna collect the ball. You go and I'll give it. You know, and that has been the biggest influence there, buff. You need to learn how to pass in triangles. I give you the ball and I make myself available again for another pass. These men don't make themselves available for passes. And when the attackers to that drop deep two don't know how to play. Attackers don't know how to play.
Yeah.
Literally don't know how to play.
We lost Edwin. What happened?
Yeah.
But Okay, do you know what? It's an issue because I just, I'm tired of the fact that we're always needing the player. There's always an issue. Before it was right wing, that was the story. Centre back, we've got Maguire, didn't work out. We've been having an issue of right wing for ages. We've got one. He's been now being played on the left or played left wing back as we saw today. It's not like, you know what I mean? Like it didn't work out in today's game. We're always needing, let me let him back in, he's waiting. Like Manchester United are always in a position, like our fans, where we're always talking about, we need this position to be, for it to come together, for it to be fixed. We need a winger for things to go well. We need a DM. Do you know what I mean? Before it was a centre back. Do you know what I mean? We've got a striker. Like there's so many issues. And Manchester United, I'm not in a position where we've said, you know what? I think this is the season where we've come close to almost having a perfect summer window, transfer window, where we said we've got the place that we needed. Everyone outside of a DM, do you know what I mean? Like according to Man United standards, we've got Sancho, we brought Ronaldo in to accompany like Cavani. Do you know what I mean? We brought in, and then we got Varane. Everyone was like, wow, we're just lacking a DM. And now everything's now coming down to a DM. I'm thinking like Manchester United's a big, massive squad. We've got 24, 25 players plus or whatever it is. Man United is a big squad. Why is it that it's only down to the DM, where everything's basing down to this DM? That we can't beat a Wolves, we can't beat relegation battlers. If we do, we're struggling. Norwich, Newcastle, because of a DM. And where I look at teams, and I look at good managers, and I look at like a team that, if you're talking about a team that needs to be competing, why are we always talking about one position? Or you know what I mean? That for us to be in a position where we're competing, it's never going to be perfect team. If we can't get a tune out of the players where we say, do you know what? Do you know what my biggest issue is? I'll tell you what my biggest issue is. I'll give it to you. Before I give it to you, yeah? We brought in Ralph Ragnick. It was giving all the big talk. I ain't seen enough signs that we're making that progressive steps.
It's too early though.
It's too early, but Coutinho, what's his name? Conte.
No, but you know what? It's different. Do you know what? No, okay, let me say why I said it's different. Okay, let me say why it's different, right? So Conte, yeah, I think there's like a misconception that things have changed around. They still have their issues, because even what NK said is right. If you actually watch their full games, they struggle a little bit, right? It's not like they're clearing teams. But you also got to remember, yeah.
Not all games. Some games, I agree.
No.
Like, but that one against City was amazing, bro.
But you got to remember, yeah, like what NK said, the gaps between our games. It's not like, well, he's working with them. Like NK said, what, they were shut for like over a week or two, right?
Tottenham had COVID as well, bro. They had games that was.
I know, but you know what? Because look, even if you go back to the history, right? Even though Liverpool and Man City are playing well now, they didn't start off playing well off the bat. You know what I mean? They all struggled. Like, think about it, yeah. Klopp, even at one point, people were like, if no Klopp don't win nothing, he's out. Then he won the Champions League, remember?
Yeah.
Even when Thingy came, remember, like, he was even saying that he needs to get his team, Guardiola is like, the team needs to start playing at his intensity. Remember, certain players, you know what I mean? Well, because even someone like, what's his name? The guy they bought for 90 million, Grealish. He started on the bench because he can't keep up with the way they play. So
then he got benched for getting drunk. but look,
but then fans.
You gotta give it time.
Fans, another thing these days. You talk about that, and then you know what
the story of our lives, though. That's
no. But then let me listen. You talk about that. You talk about that. And then the perfect two managers that we say when it comes to impact has been Tuchel and Conte, because they are the managers that have come in and have an impact straight away. Look at Chelsea team. Tuchel hasn't bought a single midfielder. That team is blessed with them. It's blessed with what do you call it? A Kante, Kovacic, a Juninho. But when you have guys that can play ball, it's just easy to just change a formation or change the way of style of play. No, let me finish. Let me finish. And then you go to Tottenham midfield. Hobien, yeah, that guy is a baller. Hobien is a baller, bruv. Harry Wink, one of the best passes there is there. So once again, when you
I don't know about them statements, bro. But
any team, bro, I'm telling you
I think-
this. Any team that go, you can go into a team that go one of the deadest attackers, get them organized and hard to beat. Because when you have the midfielders here, literally, when you have the midfielders, you can make a bunch of average defenders look good because the system literally will protect them. But when you don't have a midfielders here, you will not be able to do nothing, attack or defense, because that is where is the engine of every single football team.
Can I tell you this?
Is the engine.
It's Fred. Okay, so with the players that play in our midfield, that can play in midfield and have been playing in our midfield, is Pogba, Fred, Scott McTominay, and Donny is, it's question marks around that. But what I'm trying to say is, we talk about Scott McTominay is playing for his country, Fred's playing for his country, Brazil, and that one's even more important because he's starting in Brazil. Scott McTominay, Scotland, respectfully, like there's levels in it. But what I'm trying to say is, it's like we almost talk like these players are the worst in history. Like they're the worst. Like we're talking about Højbjerg and we're talking about Winks, and respectfully, like they're doing their thing for their clubs. Like respectfully, they're doing their things. But I don't look at them as being worlds apart from what we've got. And realistically,
and this is where you are wrong.
Okay, Edwin, do you sit there and say that Winks is worlds apart from our Scott McTominay, Fred and Matic and Pogba's midfield, or on Højbjerg?
On the ball, yes.
No.
I wouldn't say worlds apart, but what I would say is that he's more effective. You know
because of what, though? Because of what? Why are these guys more effective? Is it because of their individual characteristics, or is it because of a system?
You know what? I'm taking away from the system here because Gary Neville made a good point. The way these players are playing at Man United, any manager that comes in, they'll potentially get them sacked. So I think it's beyond the time now. We can say tactics. These players are not performing.
It's a players thing. Do we sell 25 players?
No, it's not. Fem, look, Fems, you talk like this, and I'm telling you right now, United literally get someone. Look, you got a bunch of players in a team that are uncomfortable on the ball. They just don't want the ball. A lot of these players don't want the ball. McTominay don't like to have the ball. Fred don't like to have the ball. And you literally, Matic like to have the ball, but then he doesn't like to move in a position. Matic will not give a pass and go. That's not him. So literally, you got such a very disjointed team that literally on the ball, they don't want the ball. They were literally bought to play a counter-attacking football or whatever it is that you want to play. I'm telling you right now, if United was to just go and say, you tell these people, look at what do you call it, Fred, today, Scott McTominay, simple passing, he was giving it away.
He gave it away.
Simple passing, bro.
And Sancho, simple man were trying to be cute, bro.
Simple passing, bro. Simple passing. And this is, it's not like your attackers are the one losing the ball. It's your two midfielders that are losing the ball. And these are the two players that when they lose the ball, things are in trouble because they literally start your whole attack. So if as a striker, if I don't think like my two midfielders, they can find me, what else you do? And if your goalkeeper or your centre backs cannot play from the back because they know that their midfielders are not good on the ball, straight away, you are sending in the mentality that we cannot play ball. We cannot play ball. And the only ball we can play is through long balls. It's full long ball. That's why Luke come here and say that. Luke come here and say, when I get a ball, I cannot get them to pass it to them. It's because these players don't want the ball. And if you give it to them, under pressure, they will lose the ball. And that's why today they kept on losing the ball over and over.
Why do they still play them? Why does Ralph still pick them?
As the thing is, if you don't play, look, Fred get benched. Who came in? Matic come in. Matic is not good. Who? We don't have midfielders, bruv. We do not have midfielders. So you can pop. Look, the whole team the back line get changed. The attack get changed.
This is what I'm trying to elicit.
The only place that don't get changed in the team is the midfield. The midfield is one thing that never gets changed. And that's why we keep on getting that.
Why is Donny not getting a shot?
Because I don't think Donny is not even the type of player that we need, but because he cannot play deep, but He
No,
cannot
okay,
be the guy
okay.
to be
No,
instrument.
wait. Do you know what I would say? Yeah, after sorry to cut you off, NK. After watching Wolves play, right, their centre midfield was what Neves.
Then Donko
who
came
scored?
on the bench, but it was
And
Neves. He came off the bench, and it was
who's the other one?
And
Who's
it
the one
was
who scored?
John Moutinho,
John Moutinho.
John
Okay.
Moutinho,
You see, but
And
look at them
Moutinho,
two, yeah?
Neves, and then there was another guy
and
in there
Neves.
too. But
Moutinho, Neves, and
Someone else.
who's the other one again?
I think it was like, is it that?
It begins with an
Name
S,
is
isn't it?
begin with K or
Saiz.
something.
Say centre back. No.
But what I'm saying, yeah,
I've had
is
a
that-
mind block.
okay,
Let me quickly check it. Quickly.
Just while you're checking, yeah, just think about Neves and Joe Martino. They're not tacklers. They're just good at with the ball. They hold the ball well and they pass well. They dictate. So I don't see why we can't just play Van der Beek just in the middle, just to dictate the play. You know what I mean?
Because what you lot don't understand is, look, first of all, the midfield battle, we got two useless midfielders. I mean, Matic and useless.
It was
Matic and useless.
4-3. So it was Marcel, Semedo, Moutinho, Neves in the middle, and then the three at the centre back.
Yeah, first of all, you got two guys that literally. I mean, Matic is good on the ball, but he normally plays as a third centre back, so he doesn't do a lot of the running. So you kind of leave McTominay on his own in the middle to kind of like run things in the middle by himself, and he on the ball is very useless too. And then Wolves got three guys in there, so it was literally 3 versus 1.
No, it was
McTominay was the only one in the middle, bro.
Neves and Moutinho. They had 3 centre backs: Saiz, Cody, Kilman. Then it was Moutinho, Neves in the middle, and then they had Semedo and Marcel at the other each side of them. So in actual fact,
look at how we play, fam. If you look at how we play, Matic was literally so deep,
he sits,
and then it was McTominay that was literally
he goes as a
around
centre back.
pitch.
Yeah.
But McTominay was the only one running around the whole pitch, so he was literally getting a run. He didn't know where to go because, as I told you, Wolves passing, boom, they get a ball and they go. Cavani wasn't dropping deep enough quickly to stop them from the passing, that kind of a thing. Because Ruben Neves literally had the whole time on the ball. Whenever they had, Wolves literally just had the ball. We try to drop deep anything. And then when we get the ball to where we were supposed to go on the counter two, we were very poor on the counter two. So there is a big kind of a big problem going through. Any team that give us the ball, we can't do nothing on it too. And when we hit the counter two, we cannot just do that too. You know, you talk about Ronaldo trying to come in to play triangle football. Ronaldo cannot play triangle football. He just doesn't know how to do that.
Bro, can I tell you something, right? Liverpool's game in the EFL quarterfinals, right, against Leicester. Liverpool played a team, of Minamino, Firmino, and Williams up front, Nico Williams, In the middle was Morton. Nobody ain't heard about this guy. He's 19 years old. Oxlade-Chamberlain and Henderson. And then Bradley, Gomez, I can't even pronounce this guy's name, Billy Humetio, and then Samikis left back. There's a lot of names I ain't even heard of. There's youth in there. There's guys that's not even naturally in the positions that you would say is their strongest points. Liverpool came away with the victory against a strong first team Leicester. When you looked at Liverpool,
who was in their midfield?
The midfield was Morton. You ain't never heard of that guy. Oxlade-Chamberlain, he hardly gets games.
Yeah.
And Henderson. And what I'm trying to tell you, they had Williams, Firmino, and Minamino up top here. What I'm trying to tell you is, this is a manager against a strong, when I'm talking about Daka, Vardy, Maddison, Samare, Tielemans, and Dibi, Sionku, like, this is the opposition up against. We keep, as Man United fans, keep talking about this player, that player, this midfielder, this winger, this centre-back. Look, when are we going to be like, you know what, I'm just tired. We need to start saying performances. We're the only team, like in this top 6, that are just moving backwards. We're stagnant. We ain't moved, bro.
Friends, honestly, you are literally being dramatic. You are being dramatic.
Bro,
you are being dramatic.
Honestly speaking, we have put on a repeat. We just repeating the same stuff every single year.
And how long has your new manager been there for, bro? How long has your new manager been there for?
That's the trap. We keep talking either a new manager, then a new manager brings in these players, then what happens now? He's going to get sacked. We bring in a new manager. We need to give him time because those players that's in there, it's not sitting in his system. It's a repetitive cycle. What I want to see Is Conte coming
Because
to Tottenham?
no.
Conte could come in, done the job. Conte come in, do the job, whatever manager.
Yeah, but
he
then
come in,
these
do the job.
teams,
Bro,
this is
I'm
what I'm
tired,
trying to
bro.
tell you.
Tired,
This
bro.
team, Chelsea don't buy players for managers. Chelsea buy players for the team. Chelsea buy players that will be there for 10 years regardless of what manager come there. Chuku ain't coming to say, hey, I need this kind of a guy to play master of football, because they buy the players for what they feel like it is going to be. United buy players for the manager. Only wanted to play style of football. They get the players for him.
Yeah.
Some of these players that has been there since Jose time, bro. Matic was a Jose player too. Luke Shaw, this kind of a guys has been there for a very long time too. You talking about guys that were bought to play a certain type of football, and now all of a sudden you expect miracles. You talk about, oh yeah, you want to see a style of play, you want to see results and stuff like that. Out of 15 points, we got 10. We have 10. And I told you too, what do you call it? You talk about Tottenham.
This
Tottenham
guy
in their
talked
last
about
3
me
games.
setting for
No,
you talked about me settling for average.
Okay.
Go
you know
check
what
Tottenham points
talked about
tally
me settling
in their
for
last.
averageness.
Go check Tottenham points tally in the last few games, bro.
Norwich
So don't talk there.
and
Arteta,
Newcastle deserved. Look, hold on.
Arsenal, who are on top
Newcastle-
of us.
We need to wheel it back
Newcastle-
and actually we need to wheel it back and actually talk about the game. Like talk about
Facts.
what we think about
Facts.
Phil
Facts.
Jones' performance, what we think
Facts.
about
Let
Bruno not
me
starting
get
and
onto that,
impact
because
when
you're
he
right.
came on.
You're right. And I just need to get this out of my system. Not relegation battlers. Relegation battlers, Newcastle and Norwich. They deserve to win the game. Wolves that can't scored today and deserve to win the game. And I'm just tired of the same old stuff. There's nothing.
And I'm telling you, yesterday, Watford to relegation
there's
candidates
nothing-
nearly
it don't
beat what do you call it, Tottenham too.
Ours is too consistent, bro. This is not. I'm not talking about. This is not just based off Ralph Ragnick's reign. Like, I'm talking about years and years worth of things that this is what I'm talking to.
So
like
you
this.
taking that frustration
Yes.
based on
No,
what?
it's
Are you
not just-
criticizing the team or are you criticizing the manager, bro?
Ralph, I'm leaving Ralph out of this. Manchester United as a industry, as an organization, as a club, keep doing stuff that is just wrong. We're not going in the right direction. And as a result, we're now saying, oh, let's not take it out on him. He's only had 4 months. He's only had a week. He's only had this. Look, these fans have been suffering since Fergie left. And as a club, as a team, as an organization, I want change. I see Tottenham doing it and see Chelsea doing it. I want my club to do it. And I'm tired of excuses about this and that and that and this. I just want change. I just really want change. And right now,
Yeah, well, then if you want change, then you need to sit down and you need to be patient too. Because first of all, Oli had 3 years to waste, bruv. Fam, you what do you call it? Klopp. You think Klopp just came literally just there? That guy has been here for 8 years and he got how many major trophies, bruv?
Look. All right. Let's just get back to basics, because we've gone far away from what we should be discussing. Let's talk about performances. So some of the positives I want to take away is Phil Jones. Phil Jones is someone that has been out for a year and a half, 2 years or whatever. He's been out for a long time. He's come into the starting fold. He's filled in for, Maguire, who's out, and he gave an excellent performance. Now, on the topics of centre-backs and the topic of Maguire, this is Edwin's domain. So, Edwin, tell me what you thought about Phil Jones' performance, and do you think Phil Jones needs another opportunity to start? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, yeah, of course. Like, he had a good game. Look, I know people are going to get onto him about the goal, but you got to remember, it's a team effort. And he done his job as a defender headering out. But when you look at the whole setup, they shouldn't all midfielders and defenders shouldn't all been in the box. That goal could have been avoided if a defender just took the initiative to stand on the edge of the box. You know what I mean?
Right.
Especially if a header goes.
So.
But in terms of that, he played well. Like, he's closing down was well. I didn't see him lose the ball that much. He was running and making blocks. He made himself available. You can see he didn't jump in. So, like, I can't remember him even, like, giving away too many tackles.
It was really good. I see him just intercept a pass that was a key.
And he looked fit. He didn't look like he was off it, you know. So it's interesting because when Varane and Maguire came back after some time off, they looked off the pace, but he actually looked, and it was a high intensity game. It wasn't just like a chilled game. So I think for someone that's been out for so long, he done well. He should get another chance. But then it also goes back to the question now: when you're looking at the defensive positioning, should Maguire be playing on the left side now? You know what I mean? Because Varane played on the left side, he played well. Maybe even putting Maguire on the right. I know he's predominantly played that side, might even benefit him more. Because he seems to struggle on that side.
No, forget about Maguire playing right
there.
Maguire he needs to get out of the team. Maguire needs to get out of the team.
Do you know why I'm saying that? NK? Because you know me already. I don't think Maguire is good enough, right? And Phil Jones showed someone that's been out for 2 years can give that performance. And Furman, you're my witness. What did I say before the game? What did I call you and say?
He said he'll give a better performance than Maguire has ever done all season, basically. And he did.
That's what I said. I called Furman. I said, I guarantee you. I called you before the game. I said, I guarantee you, Jones is going to have a better game than Maguire.
And he did. You know, today, one thing about Jones and even Varane performance that I love today about it was their ability to defend one-on-one. That was what was so assuring too. Because on one-on-one, they were very, very good. Like Varane, for example, I don't think one-on-one. I don't think a lot of the Wolves players got the better of him one-on-one too. And Phil Jones two ways. Phil Jones most of the time too. When he's backing off, he's kind of positioning himself in a way where if they shoot, they are giving the goalkeeper more of a chance to kind of like shape. It's not in an angle where it will actually beat the goalkeeper. It's an angle where you have to do more to actually score from that kind of like angle. And today, one-on-one, he was very, very, very good too for a guy who hasn't done that. A lot of the time today, some of the one-on-one that he faced, and if it was Maguire, bro, they run passing, bro. They run passing. So today, the two centre backs, they did okay. Fullbacks, I don't think they play well because crosses useless. Like always, like not even a single cross went in there. When you got guys like Cavani and Ronaldo there, bro, deliveries need to be in dangerous thing. All the deliveries was today very easy to deal with. There was not even one dangerous ball that any centre back from Wolves here was gonna feel like, it's difficult to defend against. It was very easy. So cross coming from fullback were poor. Sancho Greenwood too. Deep when they were deep, they were okay. When they get to the final third where they were supposed to influence the game, once again, very poor to pick up their passes because naturally, Sancho was a winger, but today he had a poor game too. Greenwood, no winger too. So you can see creativity is a bit of a problem. Bruno came on. He had like a bit of a good 5 minutes on him, and then boom, he just started his recklessness.
Chance he missed, man. Chance he missed. That was a pivotal, man.
That was a good save. That chance, actually, it wasn't a save. He just hit the thing. But then, that chance too should have scored that because he had the time in the world to literally. There was no pressure, nothing, and then he just hit the post too. And then he just hit the post. So that just explains to you the whole game too. Cavani literally playing as a 2. I don't think Cavani is very good when he play on the last man trying to find runs. But today they asked him to kind of like play a bit more deep as a number 10 where he has to drop deep or so. Just couldn't get into the game too. Ronaldo too, who get much more of the ball too, has been poor for a very long time, but seems to use his goals to cover his poor performances too. So look, today has been one of those days where as a team, you always have those setbacks. You always have that. So against our next game, which is against Aston Villa 2, funny enough, I probably expect some kind of like flat thing. Me, I'm always gonna tell you, in a way, we kind of like under a Weber, under Raf, who will go at the end of the season. So, or whatever position that he's gonna go. So, and then we're gonna have to start all over again. But at least me with me, what I want from him, whether we get Champions League football or not, which I don't know right now, I still think we're still in a good position to kind of like just do that. But we're only going to be able to do that if United get at least one midfielder. Because on this current team with no midfielders, and I'm going to sit here and say with chest, bro, United don't mind midfielder, we don't make a 10. Top 4 is out of the question without a midfielder. You get a midfielder, and maybe, just maybe, we will do what we did a few years back where Bruno came into the team like end of January, and then we went around to winning. But the way we play, bro, we need just someone to help literally with the attack. Just someone to just help and just start literally making this team play as a team. But we need an orchestra, someone to come in and just start getting things taken, because one of the only guy that can do it is Matic, and he's just too old to just have that. United have never controlled a game for God knows how long. We have not won a midfield battle for like 3-4 years. If we have, please go and tell me the game and I'll go watch it, because we have not won a midfield battle in like 3-4 years, bro. I don't remember the last time we did.
Close us out, Edwin.
No. I agree. Like, I just feel like, I just feel like Maguire shouldn't start. Like, I know it's a couple of weeks, he's probably gonna come back in the team, but he shouldn't be starting. Like, you can't drop, like, it's the same with Bailly, but I know they're gonna do it because you can't drop someone that's played good in defense and play someone that has not been playing. So I think first of all, Maguire should be out of the team, right? Just sit him out for a bit. You know what I mean? Obviously, Shaw's suspended for the next game, and also McTominay. So it'll be interesting to see who he puts beside Matic, or if he plays Matic, who he plays Matic with in midfield, and see how that works. But I think overall, the game was. The problem is with what I see in the games, we don't. It's like what NK said. We don't control the games enough in midfield, and if we did, we wouldn't be getting pressured like this. Because even Ragnick said the problem is we need to start controlling. It's not only about pressing the game and do that. But they need to control the whole game, and we don't control the game. We get attacked too much. Like, there's no way a Man United should be having 19 chances against them. You know what I mean? At home, you know what I mean? Like, before, like, they need to make, first of all, Old Trafford a fortress again, and just start playing. Like, no one's scared to play Man United. Remember back in the day, we used to win on fear alone before even playing this game. Now people come and be like, we can move to this team. Like,
we used to win because of our manager, Ferguson, not because of anyone else. Fear.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Our manager, but he had built that whole fear factor. Like, Man United, like, you know, with Man United, it's like, okay, we can beat you or we can get late goals. Like, there was that whole thing, that atmosphere and kind of feeling he created. That's not there no more. Even him, like, when they put a camera on him, he's just looking at the team. You can see him shaking his head like, what the fuck is, like, you know what I mean? Right. But look, I feel like there's a lot of changes that need to be made. One being that, yeah, Maguire needs to get out of the team, man. And we just need to find balance. But I think what NK said was correct. Like, if I was the manager after today's performance, I'm thinking I'm going to the market, because after, like, now January's open. Before, if it was December, November, you could be like, I gotta like use what I have. But now this has happened. He needs to look at the team saying, I need to jump in the market. Whether I'm here at the end of the season or not, we need a midfielder, because whatever we do in January is going to be detrimental to the rest of our season.
Fair point.
I'm just telling you, we need someone to come in there to protect, because creative wise, this team don't know how to create. The wingers don't know how to. I mean, the fullback don't know how to create. Attacking players cannot create. So we need someone to come in there, at least one good midfielder, so that some of the attacking players can have the freedom to do something like that. We talk about Pogba. To be honest, if you have forgotten about that guy, because to me, he's already gone back. So we just need someone to just, I don't know, helps this team play as a team, man. Just
bro,
like, it would be amazing. Just one signing would do to the team,
bro. Like, everyone's made good points. I mean, it was a good discussion, healthy discussion. Fam, it's therapy for me, man. But, you know, at the end of the day, we keep having these same conversations, and it's a bit frustrating. I feel like, yeah, Bruno had a massive impact. You can see what one player can do, but we're back to square one. And what I want is a firm foundation, a basis of where we can just continuously grow and improve. And Edwin, just what you said on the 19 shots on Man United for a team that don't score goals, that struggle to score goals. They managed to get a goal. It just shows that give a team that many chances, they're going to take one of them and score. And they did, just like Newcastle did, etc., etc., etc.
Just quick question though, when's Pogba back? Is he back this month or next month?
I couldn't tell you, bro.
Forget about Pogba, because even if he comes back, man, he's not the guy that we need to just build that play back.
I'm telling you, in this formation, if we got another midfielder, Pogba will do madness in this formation.
If we get another midfielder, bro, a lot of the players will play. Once again, it comes down to someone to just, we just need that guy that is in between the, the defense and attack. Someone to just start everything. Pogba ain't going to start everything. You need like a Matic, but an energy-wise, you know, that just kind of like when the center backs get the ball, they literally receive the ball and move the ball quicker and switch the play. See how Greenwood was switching plays. We just need a playmaker that would literally like start the tempo. They start the tempo and they drop the tempo. But
no,
we don't have guys like that.
This is just my opinion, yeah? This is just my opinion, right? Take it with a pinch of salt. One player is not going to consistently change our style of play for the long term. I feel like, yeah, we'll get a boost. Yeah, we may be able to qualify in Champions League or whatever. But for long-term success, I can't see it. If we're looking at those, if we're looking at those stats, what we mentioned with Wolves and Manchester United, and we always talk about these teams deserving it, that is more than just a DM issue or specific thing. And that is very much.
And Fems, I agree with you. But for you to start building that new team that we're supposed to build, it start from that position. And as I told you, our wing backs even ain't good enough. Like today, the kind of delivery that coming from the wings. I mean, if you don't have a DM or even someone who's to kind of like play from the middle, your wingers need to be good. And the wing backs too ain't good with their deliveries too. But at least what you need to do is you just need to find a different way of attacking. You cannot be bad creating from the wings and through the middle.
We've got Dalot and Tellez on the bench, bro. The manager's not bringing them on. The manager's not playing.
Yeah, because obviously they thought this is a game that was supposed to be a very tough game to defend. But
this is excuses again. At the same time, this is what I'm trying to tell. We've got a squad of 25. Dalot is better at attacking. Tellez is better at attacking. They can both put in good balls. We're still playing them on the bench, still saying the same old things. Man United's fans, and we're just going to keep saying the same things, bro. And this is what I'm tired about. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm tired about. And once we get on the midfielder... Today, it wasn't about... the same stuff. Once we get the DM, we're going to be saying enough. We're going to move on from the DM to another part of the pitch, and we're going to be saying the same stuff.
No, when you want to start with this style of play, you start from where every game is built through what?
Ten hard.
Through the thing.
Getting 10 hard. Getting 10 hard. I'm putting it out there. Getting 10 hard.
Look, Ten Hag fail with this team. Ten Hag will fail in this team. Poch will fail in this team because
I don't care.
We don't have a midfielder. Bro.
Just get them in. Bro. Get them in.
Check the midfielder that this
let
guys
him
are
revive.
dealing with.
Let him revive Donny. Let Ten Hag. No, Ten Hag knows how to use Donny. Let him revive him. Get him in now. Revival, bro. Look, any manager now is getting 5 to 10 games max, and then you're out, bro. There's no more loyalty for me, bro. Anyone can get smoked, guys. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, follow on Twitter at 99 Banter, Instagram at OT99_Banter, TikTok at OT99 Banter, all one word. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Peace.